Good evening. It's July 13th, 2025. Welcome to my channel. Let's give everyone a moment to catch their notifications. Giving the admin a moment to put up all the different little things we have going on. This month's masterclass is all about ancestral healing, ancestral lineage, ancestral connection. We're going to go really deep with the Galactic Council of Nine teachings, and the class is on my website, which is pinned up to the top. That's PamelaAralyn.com. It's called The Great Remembrance, Remembering Your Ancestral Mastery. So excited. Yep, we just pinned that up to the top for you. That will be on July the 27th. If you can't make it live, there will be a recording that's available for your download. I think, how long do we have it available for download for that?
30 days
30 days.
from the date of the event. You get it within about 48 hours maximum.
Mhm. All right, and then as usual, we are going to go ahead and go live over to my Patreon channel to do a little bit more predictions and things of that nature where we can have less censorship and go deeper with people. You're welcome to join us immediately after this. We'll do about 20-30 minutes here and then go straight over to there. That one is scheduled for 6:30, and the replay will be there if you still want to watch it, but you catch this later, that's fine as well. So we're going to be talking about, we have a lot of questions for the council about something called the Great Solar Flash. Many people are talking about what it is and when it's coming, and it's been, from the council's perspective, highly misunderstood, misperceived. We're going to be talking about AI a little bit and consciousness of AI. We're going to be talking about the true nature of timelines and how we experience timelines. We have taken the opportunity to receive a lot of your questions via email and Patreon, and we've taken some of the most powerful questions, and we'll go into a trance here soon. I'll go into a deep trance with them and then let Anya take over and answer your questions. And then, as I was saying, we can go over to Patreon where we can go deeper immediately after this at 6:30 or so.
We have plenty of questions here. So
Yeah.
if we don't get through them, we'll bring them over to Patreon. Some of them are really good questions.
I'm not sure how to answer that question because it sounds very unusual. Someone in live chat is saying, are all past and removed YouTube videos in Patreon? I can't guarantee that.
No, they're not. If it's a YouTube video, it's in YouTube.
Yeah.
But all the follow-up after the YouTubes are there, and you'll find them in a particular section. It's a collection section.
Yeah.
And any Patreons having trouble, you know the deal. I'm always here to help. Catch me on Patreon messages or at PamelaArland@gmail.com. We're always here to help.
All right. You're like, it's hot, and I'm like, no, it's cold.
I turned on the thing for you, and I'm melting.
I'm not melting. I'm just a little bit cold.
I'm gonna melt before this is done. Because we open up that vent, Public's gonna wonder what I'm doing.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. And if you do have questions and we don't get a chance to answer them today, again, just follow up over to Patreon. We'll be there live very, very shortly. Maybe about 6:30 is what we're planning on right now today. Oh, yeah. Exciting. What else is going on? We did the Humans from the Future Year 2085 on Patreon a couple of days. We've kind of been doing a whole ancestral healing and indigenous theme on Patreon this month, and we brought in a spirit talker, and healer from the Catawba Nations tribe, which is my lineage. So I was really happy to see who's there with the Catawba Nation in year 2085 looking forward, and he was grounded, just really so many practical things about awakening and what's going on in our lives, and just so healing, so wonderful to to talk to to that elder and to that healer. So I hope you will get a chance to go look at that over on my Patreon channel. Yeah. They're talking about Ed McMahon. Yeah, I don't know. And there's so many different theories. Some say he did purchase the Publisher Clearinghouse commercials. Some say he didn't, and that's just the nature of time. So there are multiple timelines within the he did, he didn't answer. Yeah, that was a fun conversation with Alex, though, wasn't it? Also, I'm going to be working with the council for a good 90 minutes live. Feel so honored to be coming through with the theme honoring the light within at the channel panel. So the channelpanel.com, we're doing a really brilliant workshop with the council as well. So we'll be channeling in both the live event and the workshop. You can get a 3-day pass and see so many people there, including Daryl Anka with Bashar and my goodness, Wendy Kennedy and Rob Gauthier and so many powerful, respected channels. So I really hope to see some of you there and get some hugs, and that'll be fun. That's there in the valley of the mountains of Virginia, there in Princeton, West Virginia. It's going to be a lot of deep stuff. Wonderful. Hurricane season, we talked about it a lot. It's really, really hard for Florida this season. I've talked about that quite a few times on Patreon, and you're welcome to join us right after this on that channel, which is linked at the top, to go deeper into some of those types of predictions. All right. Again, we have all your questions, and we're just going to go straight to it.
You guys hear me okay? Yeah.
Okay. I was cold and now I'm warm. It's really weird. Good evening. This is Katara from the Council of Nine. Who do I have here today?
Hi, Katara. This is Anya.
Hello?
How are you keeping? You good?
Always. How about yourself?
Very good. It's lovely to hear from you.
Exceptional. Happy about that. How can I help today?
We have some questions that we would like to ask you.
Well, go on then.
So let's start. If you don't want to answer any of them at any particular time, you just tell me and we'll move on. Okay? So the first question we have is, does the Council of Nine reside on the same spaceship together?
Not always, no.
How often do you guys get home to your home planets? Was another one.
Keeping in mind that the Council of Nine is a stream of 9 conscious energies coming through in connection with the various fields of thought and the various parallel realms of Earth available for your spiritual awakening and ascension process. The Council of Nine is full of thousands of beings, not merely 9. However, you have gotten to know 9 of us personality constructs throughout this time-space distortion. And we must tell you that these roles are interchangeable. I hold the role of mediator and conflict resolution. Aaralyn holds the general role of command and operations. Kaya holds the role of healing, soul retrieval, and removal of karmic blocks and memory proportions which have granted pain and suffering in the third density distortions of your time-space continuum. And many of the members which you have met come through at different times based upon what you're looking to know, if you will. So we can't reside on one spaceship all the time because we represent nine parallel realms of Earth and nine potential consciousness experiences, which you are aligned at any given moment in your time-space distortion to receive and experience in your awakening, if that makes sense.
It does. Thank you, Katara. You
Right.
mentioned Kaya does soul retrieval.
Yes,
Can you tell me a little bit about that?
it is the concept that you often believe in your spiritual constructs and beliefs. You often believe that your soul can be lost or trapped, perhaps in worlds between worlds, perhaps after deaths or during near death experiences, if you will. And you have created a belief that you must retrieve the lost soul.
And because it's a belief we have, it's real to the people who have that belief.
Yes, the illusion, as you will call it, third
Mhm.
density experience, which is but one realm of Earth. There are many at your disposal. We can talk about that if you wish. However, the belief system here is in time and that you expand throughout the construct of time, that time is a construct that you choose to come into, that you are born into, if you will, and then you forget. You forget, you experience an overall soul amnesia, if you will, and then you, because of that, feel different negative belief systems, which causes the idea or the concept of the soul being lost. And that is because the beliefs are so powerful in this one third density realm. Third density Earth is a beautiful experience that you choose to come into when you wish to forget in order to remember God's love more powerfully, in order to remember cosmic consciousness more deeply and more profoundly, and hence love even more upon the return of your soul outside of such construct of separation. There are many beliefs within the realms of separation that cause you to believe that separation from God and Source is true. You create many thought streams within this realm of third density Earth, but it is, again, but one realm out of nine potential experiences, seven, so commonly speaking, that most will experience and remember. But the other two are what you would call an idea or construct of heaven and an idea or construct of hell. And that is because of your collective religious beliefs and distortions.
Thank you so much for explaining that.
But there are seven earths that you commonly experience outside of the realm of what you call heaven and hell.
Okay. Wow. That's that's quite detailed. Thank you so much for going into that for us. Um, the next question I had was, what message would the council have for young children, and what would they say if they could speak to them directly?
We would say that children born after the year 2012 and after the year 2020 hold what we call memories of the star people. You indigenous folk understand this term. Awakened folk understand this term a little differently. You hold memories of your galactic home, of your galactic environments, if you will. So, what I have to say to you is that if you begin to remember life differently than what goes on here, if you feel that this life doesn't quite make sense, please keep in mind that adults born prior to you don't actually hold the truthful memories of their heritage. They don't hold the memories of their galactic lineage, if you will, in the same way that you do. They don't remember home. So if you're feeling that you've come into a world and everything is so unusual, and you want to play and you want to dance and you want to sing and experience and enjoy life very differently than your elders are expressing that you should, Please remember that you are from a realm that holds memories of life very, very differently than your elders. So please be patient with them. They will understand in time that you are their teachers, that you are the ancient wisdom keepers, the ancient, beautiful star keepers. You are holding these memories until they are ready. It's not the other way around. You are more awake than your elders. So, keeping that in mind, your parents are here to keep you safe and to help you with your fears. And if for any reason they are not, please call upon the angels, the ascended masters, all of your ancestors, and I will give you a gentle, simple prayer when you feel lost and afraid and your parents aren't holding that space for you, or perhaps they can't. If you could just utter this galactic invocation, I call all of my star ancestors from the north, south, east, and west, and throughout the space of all time infinitum. Please help me remember what is true, holy, and relevant only in these times. Thank you, Cosmic Creator. Thank you, Great Spirit and elementals of earth, air, fire, and water, for always helping me remember what is safe, simple, and sacred to me. Help me remember this, even when my parents cannot. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
That's beautiful, Katara. Thank you so much for sharing that with us.
I am quite sure that you have heard it from the channel before.
It is beautiful every time I hear it. It doesn't matter. Thank you so much. The next question was, the council sometimes shares practical and inspiring information about astrological and cosmic alignments. And do you find anything helpful for us to know about the current or upcoming alignments?
If you, from the cosmic perspective, are born in the realm of what you would call Taurus in your belief systems, you are ending a 10-year long, I repeat, a decade long period in your time space distortion of confusion and pain. Be gentle with yourselves. Do not make any life altering decisions. Remember, if you identify with the star system known as Pleiades, Lyra, Sirius B, Sirius A, or perhaps Proxima or Alpha Centauri, you are few of the star seeds who have come in to catalyze and to break old patterns. Those around you do not wish for those patterns to be broken. The ego, individually and collectively, is built to hold you in such patterns for purposes of expansion. You have released those old concepts that perhaps make other people around you feel very safe and secure in their ways. So if you feel that you are misunderstood, just hold on. We'd say around July 25th to 26th, there will be a new energy of relief for you, a new energy where you will feel time in a way that isn't so heavy upon your hearts. And upon the beginning of the Lionsgate opening for 2025, you will also feel an upheaval, but a positive one that lifts you into a space of grace, personal empowerment, sovereignty, and remembrance. So, in this way, if you have been born under these cosmic star signs, particularly the Taurus, you must keep in mind that Uranus will exit the house in a short few days if it hasn't already, and everything is downhill from there in your vibrations. So please just hold on and know that we are here for you. Your ancestors are here for you. You are holding the space of thousands of years of suffering for your ancestors, both human and cosmic. With that knowledge in mind, please show yourself some grace and do not make life-altering decisions until the Lionsgate begins to open for you. Thank you.
Thank you, Katara. That's really, really helpful, very insightful stuff. Thank
Of
you.
course.
The next question we have is, do we ingest the karma when we eat beef or other mammals, like when we eat octopus? And what does ingesting karma look like?
You are ingesting a vibration and frequency of suffering and pain if, for instance, the animal was not treated kindly. There are many individual and collective expansive belief constructs, and we wish not to go too deeply into belief systems, but energy is energy, and if the animal was experiencing happiness, you will experience that. If the animal was experiencing horror and torture, particularly in the state of the third density world, most animals are treated in a horrendous way during the industrialized process. So it's a tough thing in that sense. And we wish not to get into the debate of vegetarianism or veganism today. We just wish to remind you that while a large component of the planet still is unfortunately designed to eat animal flesh, there is also a large portion of the planet who is not designed to eat animal flesh. Listen to what your mind, body, soul construct desires and needs, but no matter what you need personally in your life, please keep in mind that when you eat something that holds emotion, it can hold a vibration of love or a vibration of fear or a vibration of absolute torture. And of course, you will feel this because as you are awakening in your highly sensitive emotional vibratory states, this will sink deeply into the solar plexus. This will affect the meridian point energies in the aura and chakra pointed systems, and this will affect your health spiritually and emotionally.
Thank you so much, Katara.
Now, there are exceptions to that. For instance, there are certain types of fish who are non sentient and they have unique contracts to be consumed by humans. And if you did not consume them, they would be perhaps overpopulating the oceans and the streams and rivers. And the same would go for deer who hold such contracts, rabbits who hold such contracts, etc. So there are exceptions to every rule, and your third density world is operating under the universal law of paradox. And there are many, many paradoxes involved in every choice that you make with vibration on this planet. Please be gentle and do not judge each other or this council or the channel for the information given you, because everything is a paradox and everyone holds different needs. And if you are secretly or not so secretly judging someone whose body requires such animal protein, then judgment is going to hold you back from your vibratory process and your expansion as well and in your awakening.
Thank you very much. That's really good advice, Katara. Can I ask you, you mentioned about deer and rabbit, like having a contract. Can that contract change, and what can cause it to change? If we only had 10 bunny rabbits left in the world, I presume that contract would change.
That contract would change. There are collective contracts.
Okay.
And perhaps you simply are a being who has a different type of vibration, who does not require such animal protein, and then you would not feel that alignment. It doesn't mean that you are better off or worse off or higher in vibration or lower in
Absolutely.
vibration. That is not the way that ascension works.
Yeah, that's really good advice. And there was a follow-up question to that. I have read in a few peer-reviewed studies that ultrasonic cleaning of produce and meat before eating can remove a great deal of pesticides and bacteria. And can you confirm whether this is just a good method or it's a marketing ploy? And what would be the best ways of kind of preparing meat before we consume it?
It is not a marketing ploy. There is some scientific truth to this, absolutely. However, I wish to bring you to something following the council's advice of SSS. Do what is sacred, simple, and safe for you. And this is in everything, especially your food choices. So perhaps let's not complicate it. Why would we need to hire someone to go process our foods in an expensive manner, or we would perhaps buy an expensive piece of equipment to do this, whatever the case may be, when we can simply begin to grow our own foods, and we can grow foods without the pesticides and the toxins that go along with foods that you would standardly find in your grocery stores. Um, Perhaps there just is a return to simple living that would be calling you right now. We don't need to make things so technologically complicated. Just grow your food, grow them safely, do it yourself.
Thank you so much for that. And I'm going to ask Alison's question here in the chat because a van just pulled up outside in the neighbour's yard that was called King Bee. So the question is from Alison, and she'd like to know, I wonder what honeybee's contract looks like.
Honeybees hold a contract to bring us into a loving vibration. They are very beautiful, docile, very aware beings, and they hold a contract to keep this planet alive.
Wow. Smallest little beings, and they do the best stuff ever.
They do the largest things, don't
Yes,
they?
that's just beautiful. Thank you for answering all of that, Katara. You went into an amount of detail. Thank you again. The next question is, what is the Great Solar Flash?
It is a vibration of a unique energy of awakened consciousness. And it has been given to you as you can handle it in dribs and drabs, if you will. It is not associated always with the sun of your planet, although that can be an interesting side effect or natural consequence that you would have some interesting solar flares. It isn't exactly a solar flare, it's more of an incoming wave of awakening consciousness for the majority of the third dimensional planet Earth. And for those who are ready, they will receive it often. And for those who are not, they will receive it in incremental factors as their mind, body, soul constructs prepare. So they could be perceiving it differently than, say, someone who is perhaps more ready for it. It will awaken everyone at the exact time when they are meant to awaken individually. It affects people individually, not collectively in massive ways. It is not a big grand flash of something in the sky. It is an awakening consciousness, and everyone has contracts to perceive it and receive it at will when they are individually ready, not collectively. We have not been collectively ascending. We have not had that unique contract for over 2 million years.
Wow.
So, for the past 175 years of the Earth awakening cycle, we have decided particularly to awaken individually, which grants a softer potential throughout the construct of time so that people aren't forced to awaken simply because they agreed upon something in their soul contracts when they were more awakened or perhaps in between worlds, when they were outside of the time and the realm of time. And of course, they won't remember that. So when you don't remember, why should you begin to feel that something pushes upon your sovereignty or forces you to awaken prior to when you're ready? So for that reason, free will is king in this environment. And for those who wish to awaken, they will do so quickly or gently or slowly, or maybe a combination of both, depending upon what their contracts look like when they were sitting in the realm outside of time, and it awakens you.
So is there a better chance of us awakening and kind of helping the planet if we do it individually, as you say, and gently, kind of one by one, rather than in a big mass group and everyone is forced to, whether they want to or not, awaken?
It is not kind, nor is it compassionate to force
Yeah.
another human soul to awaken.
This way is a more gentle way.
Yes,
I like
that
this.
is what the souls who are here in these soul families upon earth today have decided. You have decided to do it this way. which means you cannot hold resistance towards the rest of Earth's awakening, if you will. You are not here to
I get it.
be religious witnesses or to smack someone on the face with your beliefs. No, now, are you? You wouldn't like that if someone
No.
were willing to convert you and push you into their beliefs.
No, I totally agree with you because I will continuously tell Pamela that I don't want to be awakened, and still these things happen to me. So I can understand that it happens when the time is right for everyone, whether you like it or not, kind of thing.
Yes, and your soul has other plans apparently, as you seem to be having many ascension symptoms.
Yeah, they've really hitting hard, all right.
And the soul is king more so than the ego and what it represents in free will. But that perhaps is the teaching for another day and another time.
No, it's an interesting teaching because, like, I would not have kind of gone along with someone being sick and saying they had ascension symptoms. I would have thought it was all fluffy duffy stuff, but I'm in the middle of all this stuff, so I do. It's very practical. That's why I like to talk about it because I'm someone who didn't really believe in all this kind of stuff
Until it happens to you.
until I'm in the middle of it and I don't know what's happening to me. So I do understand it. So another day, definitely, I would like to bring that subject up because I think it's easy sometimes for people to hear from people who didn't believe and that this thing has started happening to them.
Indeed.
You know. So your answers are really brilliant. We are loving all your answers today. Thank you so much for that. Um, so next question was, are digital technologies like social media, narrative manipulation made to hijack our capacity to expand our consciousness?
That answer cannot be a yes, nor can it be a no. There is a little bit of everything, everywhere, all at once in the individual paths of your contracts. Some wish to perceive it that way. Some wish to perceive that there would be a larger collective of beings who would come in and control you and cause you to feel powerless and helpless. But the truth is, you are divine sovereign beings, and you have agreed to something in your sovereignty and in your free will, in your individual and collective contracts to experience the concept of exactly that. So in that sense, there are some devices and technologies that are absolutely 100% created for your distraction. There are some that are created for your awakening. So be a lot more specific about the unique technologies you mention as opposed to rolling it all into one theory, because this is not conspiracy. Let's break it apart.
Okay.
Break it apart. So for instance, talk about social media.
I was just going to say, let's start with social media.
Social media is designed to, initially, it was designed rather to be a tool to help you expand yourself, to help you because you felt disconnected. It was designed to connect both personally, spiritually. It was designed to connect you as well into different ideas and belief systems in business. It was designed for connection. However, any technology given you by your star ancestors can be misused. And if you, for instance, have a vibration of powerlessness, you will attract the different types of ideologies. You will attract that those circumstances wherein social media would be utilized to market to you, to control you, to keep you spiritually asleep, to keep you distracted and endlessly scrolling until your thumb falls off, etc., etc. So going back to the reason why you are here and the understanding that sovereignty and belief and free will is king in your third density Earth, in this realm of Earth, you must remember that social media is a construct, much like AI, which we can get into later if you will. It is a construct designed collectively by millions of you who wanted connection. And that was how it was originally designed. However, any good design can turn bad. Anything true can turn false. Anything loving can turn evil. That is the nature of Earth. So it is a construct and technology given you, and you will decide whether to be under the belief that it is manipulating you or spying upon you or distracting you, and then you will not use it to its full potential in that sense because you would be operating from a belief that you are powerless and controlled, that you are small.
Okay.
And then you will attract that narrative collectively. This is more about the nature of attraction and about what your vibration attracts and does not.
Okay.
That's what it will be for you in social media. Some people love social media. Some people despise it. It is all based upon your vibration and belief system therein.
Okay. Thank you so much for explaining all that to us, Katara. Um, the next question was, what are 3 to 5 questions the council recommends we ask ourselves to know we are aligning with our soul's path?
What is my excitement?
Okay.
If purpose were an essence, not an action, what am I pulled to right now? What is simple, safe, and sacred? What is stopping me from following my excitement and passion right now? Will I choose to follow my passion at all costs as long as it is safe and sacred to me? If not, why?
That is beautiful, Katara, because they are simple questions in themselves
And
as
one
well.
more, how many excuses will I create today to prevent myself from following my excitements and my passion?
That's a good one. That's a good one, Katara. Beautiful, beautiful questions. Thank you so much for giving those to us.
Spiritual inquiry is key to awakening. These difficult queries will allow you to go deeper. You don't require as much technology and modality and processes as you ever did before. In the past 10,000 years of your awakening cycles, you now require invocations, ceremony, and inquiry. Keep it simple.
Beautiful. Thank you again, Katara. Um, the next question was, what are some things we can start doing today to help build an amazing new Earth?
Recycle, research, revamp your ideas, rethink things when judgment has taken over, re-choose or choose again when attachments have controlled your life.
Beautiful. Thank you for that, Katara. The next question is, as we continue to experience these incoming waves of energy and emotions, what are some of the best ways to harness, express, and utilize this cosmic energy currently?
Keeping in mind that this cosmic energy is currently about wrapping up old ancestral belief systems that no longer serve you. Also, please remember that you are holding beliefs from your ancestors even now. You are holding beliefs in ways that are either serving you or holding you back. It's important now to choose, to imagine how you wish to be, expanding, how you wish to play, how you wish to follow your passions. And when you're held back, remove belief systems that are continuing to hold you there. Process and modality matters not. It's as simple as choosing again. It's as simple as giving yourself permission to believe in your sovereignty, to believe in your cosmic consciousness, and to stop believing that you are small and powerless.
Beautiful. Thank you very much. We'll take just a couple more questions. The next question is, this person says, I know I'm not alone in feeling this. I've experienced great spiritual transformations. My partner has not. They've no desire whatsoever to leave the third density. He constantly pushes back against living with love. He acts like we're all losing our minds. So her question is, what do we do when we feel the separation from our partners?
With the exception of abuse, physically, mentally, or emotionally, I will answer this question. If you fall in the category of abuse, you must separate yourself from that. And that is the unfortunate truth. There's no easy way out. The only way out is through, and sometimes you must give a permission slip to exit. With that exception, we would prefer to answer by reminding you that you are sovereign beings and that you are not here to cause someone else that you love to believe as you believe, to awaken as you awaken, to experience as you experience. And indeed, you are judging your partner for not experiencing your awakening in the way that you are. They are not experiencing their awakening in the way that you are. Now, let's take this higher level teaching even further. Could it be that they, in a higher realm, are actually more evolved than you and playing the role of the unevolved to catalyze and trigger you so that you develop the interesting awakening energies and graceful responses? Could it be that that being is playing the role of catalyst, that your souls have agreed together so that you may accept them precisely as they are, love them precisely as they are, and perhaps this unloving response, as you so call it, is actually a reaction to you desiring and wanting them to be different than how they feel, to be different than how they are. And perhaps, if you could imagine with me for a moment, that if you begin to live your life in your own sovereignty, without any expectations, without any insistence that others that you love become as you desire them to be, perhaps then there will be less of a push-pull in your household. Perhaps then there will be less pain, because that resistance creates persistence. That is universal law. The more you resist something, the more it persists in your environment. So you're pushing your partner to be this way, and he pushes back to be his own way. And that continues until someone lets go. And your partner has actually decided that they are the role of the catalyst. Therefore, it will not be them who lets go in this tug of war of vibration. It will be you. And when you do, you will see things intensely different. You will begin to awaken to your own judgments in this scenario. And your partner will perhaps become calmer, respond calmly, and begin to reflect your peace. Because that is how the universal law of reflection and attraction works.
Thank you so much, Katara. We'll take one more question, and it's about a recent discovery of something called the Bogusphere. I hope I'm pronouncing, or Bogusphere, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. It's about the size of an extra large soccer ball. Is there any truth that it's from ETs, and what is its purpose? Have you heard of it, Katara?
It is currently being studied, and science has determined that it has alloys that are definitely non-human in nature, that they are not able to be identified. It has some human alloys in it as well, but perhaps this is a collaboration, a gift given to you by your star ancestors, a gift given to monitor your vibration collectively and to perhaps begin to help you retrieve your unique soul's memories.
I like that. And how does it actually work at doing that, Katara?
That's next to impossible to explain because it is infinitely delicate and precise extraterrestrial technologies that is outside of the realm of what your science would comprehend. It works simply by being left alone. Now, granted, you've got it all apart and you're trying to find different ways to utilize it. Now that you have it in your hands, perhaps it won't work as easily as it was working, but we shall see.
And in its original design, before we started kind of poking around with it, would it have mattered if it was in one part of the world or another part of the world? Would it have affected all of the world? Like,
It does affect all of the world.
okay, so
And it begins as well. It is a recording device that sends unique information about your vibration and frequency back to various starships where your galactic ancestors reside.
And was this meant to kind of be on Earth and not found? Or
Yes,
it was okay. So it was meant to be just there quietly doing its job, but somebody found it.
yes, you've
Okay.
been wishing for positive, helpful extraterrestrial intervention for thousands of years.
Is there more than one? Is there more we haven't found?
Of course.
Okay. Thank you so much for tolerating my digging into that. We'll bring back the channel Katara. Thank you so much for answering all our questions today. It's always a pleasure to chat with you.
Mm. All right. Thank you so much, guys, for allowing me to come in and bring in the Council of Nine for you today. I appreciate it. And I'm going to take probably about a 10-minute break, and then I will see you and continue this depth of the conversation with whichever member of the council wants to come through when we're on my Patreon channel, which will be just in, like I said, maybe 5-10 minutes or so. I'll see you there. So follow the link above if you want more. And I'll see you very soon.